それを見過ごすと思うてか。逃げろ
My friends, episode number 8 of Shield Hero, and we're facing a dragon. Here's the thing where we are for me on my experience on Shield Hero season 2 so far is I like where we are right now. I like that we're about to go down and fight this Emperor Dragon. I like that we're about to fight essentially a dragon from the other world who was defeated by the other section of heroes. But this dragon is significantly more powerful because it got combined with the soul of a dragon from Naofumi's world, or the one he's inhabiting right now, along with the body of a newborn dragon in the one that they recently got that broke out of its shell and egg and stuff. So genuinely, I like where we are now. I don't like how we got here. Last week's episode, I kind of, let you guys know my disdain for like this whole silly dragon stuff. And I do genuinely feel like what's going on now, even though the reason I'm saying I like the dragon stuff is I think this, we're finally back to some action and, some stakes, being held once. So I like the fact that there's something that is like, could end our team, could end Naofumi, could end his group's life. I think those kind of stakes, I'm glad that we're back in that kind of action. I don't generally like the fact that this, unlike the Phoenix that we're working towards, or the Tortoise, or the other world, right? I don't like how this deviates from what I would call the core story. I would say that if I had to give this a reference, right, this is the Android. This is Android 18, Android 17 before we get to the Cell fight. You know what I mean? Like, this is very much a side thing, made larger than the actual thing we're going towards. Because we're going towards the Phoenix, and that's the core plot line. To get to the Phoenix, the next defense mechanism for this world is to get there. But instead, we deviated to the side and we get this side story that is building up, Windia, it is building up Atla. We're getting some really good contextual things for the story that I genuinely do like. I want to learn more about Atla, finding out that Windia is a halfling and the daughter of the dragon that turned zombie, but like those things are genuinely interesting. Seeing Ren, I still hate him. I think he's useless, but seeing his relationship with the pink-haired girl, that's cool. I don't like that this episode kind of sacrificed Philo to move this storyline ahead. And again, overall, I just feel like this is side content to the main. And normally, I love side content when we know that this is a fairy tale, Dragon Ball, Naruto, My Hero Academia level anime, to where we can guarantee, okay, season 2 or season 3, or not. This is season 3. Season 4, is gonna happen, or part 2 is gonna happen. I think I said season 2 earlier. Season 4 is gonna happen. Like. Although we've gotten 3 seasons of Shield Hero, one of the things that, kind of sticks in the top of my mind is that, the first season of Shield Hero did start 2019, and we're 4 years later now. We've gotten a season between then, so it's like, I just don't know if we're going to get more or when, right? Because first season, 2019, end of 2019. Second season, so the next group of 12, 13 episodes, 2022. So 3 years, basically. And then, season 3 now that we're in and watching, we got it a year from then. So if we get, I guess here's where I'm at, because I know I'm kind of going all over the place. I guess if we get a season 4 or a part 2 confirmed in 1 year from now, then retrospectively, in hindsight, this season doesn't bother me that much with getting this, generous amount of side content. if I don't hear about a season 4 or a part 2, a core 2 happening by mid next year, then hindsight goes, well, this kind of sucked. So I don't know. Again, I think the journey so far getting to this, action-packed moment, I think it's been a little stale, but I like where we're at now, and that's kind of where I'll end. And as you guys see, as I'm talking about it, I generally have some mixed emotions. Like, I love things about what we have with Shield Hero. I love learning more about Trash, right? I love learning more that he potentially has familial ties to, Atla, and she could be the daughter of like his sister, or that she could be his actual daughter. There's so many things that could be a possibility there. I love that. I like now learning about this other side character, Windia, and the fact that she is like half dragon or something. I think that's really, really cool. Ren, again, I could do without Ren. I could do without 𝐒𝐻𝐸. It's the Spear Hero. He's been MIA for a little bit. I like learning more about those things. So, contextually, it's doing a pretty good job. But some of like the journey here has been a little bumpy for me as a viewer. But anyways, this episode though I thought was pretty good. The last half of the episode I was like really into the action. Again, big ass dragon, big ass stakes. We could die. I think that's really cool to see. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. I know I was all over the place with this review, talking about it, talking about holistically, then talking about the episode, then going back and forth. But let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 9. That is deemed the Emperor Dragon, which is going to be a badass fight. I can feel it in my bones. All right, see you next week.